What's good, fam? It's Mr. Kelly with Good of the Hood, talking about anything and everything that impacts the culture. And today I want to talk a little bit about football. Those of you that have been with me since the beginning, which was just February, right? After the Super Bowl and everything, I'm a big NFL fan. And I was like, what are we going to do now? Well, NFL is right around the corner. I know I'm a little bit presumptuous on this, a little bit ahead of my whole ordeal, because I know that we're going to start NBA back here July 31st, I believe. And I have a video about that as well, and so I'll talk a little bit about that. But the reason why I'm excited for the whole football deal right now is and real quick here before I forget, shout out to a fellow YouTuber. His name, and I'll put a link in the script there. He has his own little channel called It's Aolani, and It's Aolani. Actually, he designed this shirt, and so. Big props to my man for what he's trying to do there and build up his platform as well as myself. So I just wanted to shout him out, thank him for the shirt. That's why I'm not wearing a cowboy shirt right now. But anyway, shout out to him. So today's topic, real quick, is going to be about the NFL a little bit, but more specifically, the largest sports contract in sports history. That's right, Patrick Mahomes of the Kansas City Chiefs. And those of you that remember that have been with me in the early days, boy Q, shout out to Q. He's a big Chiefs fan, and he was wearing all his Chiefs gear and whatnot on the first couple of my episodes. So go ahead and check those out as well. But Patrick Mahomes just signed the largest sports contract deal in sports history. That is insane. It's and I got a couple notes here, so if you see me looking down, it's $450 million. Some are looking at it as 503 because he has 2 years left on his old contract or whatever. But nonetheless, ultimately it's like 453 million, 477 million, something like that for 10 years. So he's going to be part of Chiefs Kingdom for a very long time. He's going to absolutely be the franchise quarterback. He's absolutely going to be the face of that organization, much how Favre was the face of the Packers. For a long time, how Aikman was the face of the Cowboys, Roger Staubach was as well, so on and so forth down the line. So that's huge. That's a big contract. He really wanted to solidify his position, and I think he did so. And look, the defending champs. This is going to be a whole new season, a whole new situation with the COVID and all that. So we'll see how it plays out. But that's just amazing. That is crazy. And what this does is this changes the contract and the money game for quarterbacks in the NFL. Period. And so me being a Cowboys fan, as you guys know, because I always have Cowboys stuff in the background. I mean, you see I got Texas stuff over here and so on and so forth. Reason why this is kind of a big deal is because of Dak Prescott, of course, right? So, because Mahomes' contract is as big as it is, and it's as long as it is, and all of that, it's going to impact contracts coming up for all QBs. The importance and what the going market rate is for that position and those particular athletes. You have your Lamar Jacksons and Foles, Dak Prescott. You have a lot of other quarterbacks that are good quarterbacks that now, as negotiation comes in the next 1 or 2 years here, the demand is higher. The expectation is higher as far as what pay is. And yes, look, as I get into some of this comparison and what this means, I get it. Patrick Mahomes is freaking phenomenal. Great QB, great kid, the whole deal. Dak Prescott, great person, good quarterback, but he ain't Mahomes. And we know this, right? But look, Jerry Jones, as I often refer to him as the Al Davis of the NFC. Jerry, my man, you should have just signed Dak last year. He should have signed Dak last year for. He should have signed for. I think he was throwing at him 35, 36 million. So Jerry Jones wanted this for Dak. He wanted 35 to 36 million ish for 5 years. And Dak didn't want that. Dak wanted 45 million for about 4 years or so. Now, of course, Jerry being who Jerry is and everything's a pissing contest and whatever, just kind of held out and is playing the game. Is playing the negotiator's game, right? And what he should have done is just said, I split the middle with you. I want to give you 35. You want 45. Let's go ahead and do it for a flat 40. And then, maybe it's 4 years, maybe it's 5 years, whatever. But I think if they would have came to Dak and said 40 mil, I think, they would have had something there working out. Now what happens is this. That's no longer going to be good because Patrick Mahomes getting this big contract, it changes the game. It just changes the game for what the market rate and what the value is for that position. Because, to coin a phrase, a rising tide raises all the boats. So even though Dak is probably right here, quality-wise, pay-wise, whatever, Patrick Mahomes has raised it up to here, right? So now, since he's raised it, well, that raises everything, right? And so that's what's going to happen. And it's not just with Dak. I mean, that's going to be with all quarterbacks, right? All quarterbacks are now like this is the new norm, if you will. And the contract that look, and how it works in the NFL is not like how maybe it works in some other sports, right? From what I understand, Patrick Mahomes' contract is like intense. It's like 113 pages. Has all these clauses with bonuses. There's a workout bonus and there's an MVP bonus, and if you take us to the dance, or if you take us to the playoffs, or whatever, however many games you play for the season, and like there's all this whatever. But nonetheless, like it's big bank. But 113 page contract. So just imagine what you're paying the lawyers alone. I mean, that's already got to be a 7-figure bill already to go through that. So that's that. The other thing is, will Pat play the full 10 years? I mean, I think he could, right? I mean, some of these other franchise quarterbacks that like I said, were the faces of the organization, they definitely have played for long periods of time. Knock on wood, I'm not trying to wish anything bad on him, but what if injuries occur and what's whatever. But that notwithstanding, like 10 years, does he want to stay with the Chiefs for 10 years? I mean, right? So, well, it'll be interesting to kind of see what happens. And is he going to be able to play at this level, this Patrick Mahomes level, right? Like the pressure's on, kid. Like, are you going to be able to perform at this level? It's very possible, but again, time will tell. The deadline for Dak, going back and forth, Dak Prescott is July 15. Something has to happen. They got to sign something. Otherwise, Dak is just going to get paid what the franchise tag is. And I believe that's like 31 million, 31.4, something like that, to that effect. So, you know what I mean? Like something's got to happen. And it's going to be interesting to see what occurs. Let me just see real quick if I'm missing anything. I think that's most of it. Like I said, I just want to get something out real quick. Football doesn't typically do contracts like this. This is a pretty big deal. Like basketball, you hear of huge contracts. A-Rod, of course, with baseball, they do big contracts. Of course, they play a whole bunch of games, too. But football, for football to have a contract like this, and for the contract to be like the biggest in sports history, that's bananas. Okay. So I guess that's pretty much, Dak doesn't want a 10-year contract. I do know that. Dak wants 4 years. Jerry wanted 5. It's going to be interesting to see what they have going on here. I would say, Dak, if they give you the money, take the 5. I mean, I think that's the best leverage that you're going to have, is to do that. But we'll see what's up, people. Good job for Pat Mahomes. Dak, praying for you. I like Dak. I think he has a lot of potential. I think we haven't seen the best of him. I wouldn't mind if he was the franchise quarterback for my squad, for the Cowboys. But we'll see what happens, right? It's a little early right now. Still middle of summer. But in any event, this is Mr. Kelly with Good to the Hood. Peace.